And I'm at the middle school for the first afternoon shift of the day, and didn't get a chance to jump on here from the middle school this morning, so I thought I'd just pop on. I got some time, got about 10 minutes actually, which is pretty good. I got here early today and got a lot done today actually, but anyway, things are going pretty well here. As I mentioned in this morning's video I did from the elementary school, things seem to have thinned out here and people seem to be all on the same page, which is pretty quick resolution of a messy traffic situation. So I hope it continues this afternoon. We'll see. Friday afternoon. Sometimes Fridays go pretty smooth, other times things back up. But I think part of it is, at least during the warm weather, I think people try to, if they're able, to get out of work a little earlier, especially people who are on the road, you know, salespeople and that nature. They try to get everything finished up and get home a little early before the weekend starts. And it makes a big difference in the flow of the traffic. And so that works out usually pretty good. But we see, every day is different. I really can't figure out one day from the next. Sometimes you say, Wednesdays are real busy, and then it'll be dead. So it really doesn't matter. Got to be out there anyway, right? So, but normally this afternoon shift, I used to work it with my partner, and so I'm doing it alone now. And it can be kind of a hassle, but the last few days, fortunately for me, the custodian has come out and helped out, and makes a big difference. All I need them to do is stop the traffic on one side of the street so I can wave the buses out safely. If I don't have someone doing that, I have to go back and forth to different lanes to stop the traffic. And when I move from one lane to another lane to stop it, the other people try to sneak by me. And so the buses need a wide area to turn in, and so if someone's too close, I just wave them on because the bus can't make the turn. And other people take advantage of it and figure, I'll move up too and have to wave me on. So it's sometimes it's just a game, I guess. But it's good having somebody out here to do that. And I told the principal I appreciated him, letting those guys do that. And he said, no problem. I told him whenever they aren't too busy to, if it's around, it's about 2:20, I like to see them out here by. And usually they get here by around 2:15 if they're available. So right now they're working on some heavy duty stuff in the auditorium where they got to take the bolts out of the floor of these old chairs, and they're having them replaced. And my understanding is it's a pretty physically intensive job, so they appreciate getting a break and coming out in the fresh air and doing that. So it's one of the younger janitors, custodian, you're not supposed to call them janitors anymore, I guess, but when I was a kid we called school janitor. It was never looked upon as a demeaning term, but anyway, the custodian's fine. And there's a young guy. He just, I think he started recently. Really haven't had a chance to talk to him too much. Comes out and does the thing, and then he gets down to the other crosswalk for me and does that. So it makes a big difference. I don't have to worry about the kids down at the other crosswalk, and that concerns me because the traffic generally, if they don't see somebody out there, they'll try to sneak through, and sometimes the kids are antsy when they come up. That particular crosswalk is down by the front of the school. My crosswalk, which is the busy one, is on the side of the school. And anyway, the kids come running out of the front of the school, and if there's no supervision there, they sometimes make risky moves. And I worry about them, so when I don't have it covered. Normally I would wave the buses out, and Larry, my partner, would cover this crosswalk, and I'd run down and get that one. But like I say, the custodians have been very helpful, and I appreciate it. can't do much for them. They don't get extra pay for it or anything because their union doesn't really want them to do it, I guess. But anyway, I guess too, if they got extra pay, it would be like double dipping because they're on the clock as custodians. So anyway, they're nice enough to do it, and I appreciate it. And the principal's been, like I say, been very gracious and helpful. And we'll get it done. You know, we went from, back in our heyday, we went from 9 crossing guards to now it's me full-time, both morning, afternoon, several locations each morning and afternoon. And I have one woman who does one shift in the afternoon. So it's basically me with covering, you know, what we used to have nine crossing guards. So it's not as safe because I'm kind of running from location to location. I can't get to all 9 of them, obviously, but I get to, 5 of them during the course of the day. And it's, it's kind of like a 3-ring circus. But so far, so good, and fortunately, there's also, usually the walkers, a few of them, the younger ones, their parents are with them. One of the parents is with them, and sometimes both. And I don't feel the need to worry about them. They're adults. They know how to cross the street when I'm not around. So I concentrate on the kids who the lone walkers, pretty much. That's the way you got to cut corners sometimes when you go from a labor force of 9 to 1.5, if you want to call the woman who does one shift in the afternoon. So, we make it work. It's like anything in life. They say, I remember reading something one time that if you got something important to do, give it to a busy person. And it's true, it'll usually get done better. A busy person is, they're always aware, they're always on the ball because they don't have time to drift off or daydream and that's true. You'll usually find if a busy person in your life are usually the ones who get stuff done, and at least I do. And I know as an individual, I find when I'm busy that I'm kind of in a zone almost. I know what I got to do, know where I got to go. I just keep going. I don't think about it and just do it. And before I know it, job's done and the day is over. So anyway, I hope you folks all have a great weekend, and I may check in again at the elementary school, see what's going on up there. If not, have a great weekend, and I'll check in with you on Monday. Take care.